This is the Spotlight Analysis. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benson. And today, I want to sincerely thank the people who've joined this channel. From the last 4 days, we've had over 50 people join, and we really appreciate for that. Thank you so much for supporting us. I want to look at a critical topic today about the jokes that are surrounding IEBC, and my question of focus, the spotlight, is IEBC taking these jokes too far? Who is fooling who? There's something that I've just read on Facebook about 2 hours ago. The DCI has issued their own statement, and IEBC issued another statement. They are now accusing each other. So who is telling the truth? But before that, before I try to analyze on those issues, I want to look at the jokes that IEBC are carrying along, that I believe they are taking them too far. And before I do that, once again, if you are watching this channel for the first time or you've just found yourself here, I want to request that you subscribe. And those who've already subscribed, guys, thank you so much again for the support. So I'm going to look at a few points on why I think IEBC is taking the joke too far. Number one, IEBC had plenty of time to prepare for this election. Remember, they had all the time, from the time they had a new CEO, and they had all the commissioners in place. They cannot blame anybody that they are at this point because of time. When we look at a project, a good project has 3 critical dimensions. We look at time, we look at quality, and we look at cost. So on this one, they had issues about cost. Parliament was trying to drag them back and forth, but they got the budget they needed. On time, the time aspect, that is where they are trying to mismanage their time, because they had plenty of time to put it in order, everything they needed to deliver a credible election. And then quality. Any project that you do, if you do not look at quality, then you'll be out of scope. You'll produce a product that is not exactly what you intended. So according to me, on that part, IEBC is failing on the aspect of time, and this will affect the quality of election that they are going to deliver. And then, point number 2, IEBC had a history to learn from. These guys had the 2007 election to learn from the mistakes that they made. And as I said, a good project, you also need to look at the history. So they had 2013 project or election to look at. They had 2017, and the way they had litigation after litigation. They were in court, and the court nullified the elections in 2017. So they had all the critical indicators, and they had the critical information to learn from. Learn from your mistakes to improve the projects that you are going to deliver. They've not learned. There is outright evidence that these guys did not advertise the tender of printing ballot papers. They decided to get a company from Greece to do the printing. Single sourcing. Questions are there, and it's going to affect them in court. And then look at the way they did on clearing candidates. To some extent, someone could say they did a shoddy job, because these guys have been affected by a lot of court cases. They were being pushed to hire one presidential candidate, and remember, they had already gone to print the ballot papers. And then another thing, the returning officers are from one tribe, about 18 of them out of the population that they have. I mentioned this point in my other video. We have more than 43 tribes in Kenya, and you cannot say that we don't have qualified people from these other tribes to spread. They decided to employ people from the same community, and that community has a presidential candidate. That thing is a joke taken too far. Another joke taken too far is the reckless comments from the CEO, Marjan, and Wafula Chebukati. Look at this clip.
But the same company that was given the tender for these kits, this mathematic company, in itself had concerns. And this is what Wafula Chebukati had to say about this yesterday when he was asked about this same company that allegedly has a tainted record. Listen to this.
Did you know that the Cybercrime Investigation and the Coordinating Center, CICC, in the Philippines after the 2016 elections called on this mathematics? It compromised the elections which led to the election of President Rodrigo Duterte. Did you know that in Uganda, the biometric voter kits failed, forcing the election officials to revert to the manual voter system? Did you know that in Venezuela, in Latin America in 2017, Mathematic on its own acknowledged that the turnout voter figures were manipulated by at least 1 million voters? Did you establish this before you awarded the contract?
No, because I rely on the evaluation committee after they do the due diligence and they provide me with the report. That is what I rely on. And therefore, these other news about that you are providing now are things that I was not even aware about.
So the report you awarded never cited these issues?
These issues were never cited.
But this is a company that is seriously indicted by a cybercrime agents of a country.
This, I think, it would require the company to respond, because I don't have a...
But you're already in agreement with them?
Yes, it's because this information did not even come to our attention. You are actually saying that, and it's not even confirmed. This probably will be based on information that you've been able to search, maybe from the internet and the rest. And I think it would be proper at this particular time if this question can be actually directed to the respective company for them. No. I cannot speak on their behalf.
Why are you there drawing those millions? Why are you taking taxpayers' money if you say you just rely? As a CEO of such an important body, overseeing the elections that could plunge the country into chaos, knowing procurement is what sent Oswago home. What was he called? Oswago, the former CEO. You mean you can just engage with a company without even taking the personal initiative?
Yeah.
To get to know about a company you want to give such an important tender to? Why are you a CEO?
These guys cannot explain cannot give a satisfactory answer to Kenyans. It leaves a gap that this is just jokers in the office. You cannot start telling us that you did not know this, that this company that you gave a tender, you did not do due diligence. You just gave a tender. This is not a shop you just walk in and buy bread. This is a serious tender that affects Kenyans. And then another joke now, the most recent one. How does someone walk in through JKIA on his bag when it is being checked? They find some stickers and you are telling us they took the stickers without, the stickers were not even in a seal. How do you handle election materials? These are documents that are private and confidential. They should be in a seal. They should actually come through JKIA, but see in a seal, not just through somebody from Venezuela and then walk in. And then when he's arrested, now you are telling us that these guys took, the government has arrested them. They've got passwords. Mara, you are telling us they've taken passwords, critical passwords. How are passwords attached to stickers? And even if they took whatever password you are telling us, are you telling us that those passwords cannot be changed at the moment? Are you telling us that, oh, now the government is now the one that is rigging the election, and yet you've joked around far too long? That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. And the fact that Ruto is rushing quickly to go and defend the IEBC is also worrying. It is worrying. Tell me what you think, guys. But I think, according to me, these are jokes taken too far by the IEBC, and they've allowed themselves loopholes to be pushed to the wall in court. Lawyers will be smiling to the bank after this general election. See you in the next video, guys. This is Benson, and again, subscribe if you've not. See you in the next video. God bless you.